Hey everyone, this is Disney 65 fan here. Today I'm going to do a movie review of a film that I saw last Christmas. It is, of course, Last Christmas. This movie stars Emily Clarke. Oh, not Emily Clarke. Jeez, Emilia Clarke, Henry Golding, Emma Thompson, and Michelle Yeoh. And it's directed by Paul Feig, who also directed A Simple Favor and Ghostbusters, the female version of that. This movie is about this girl called Kate, played by Emilia Clarke, who is a Scrooge, by the way. She's obsessed with George Michael, like throughout the whole film. Now, before I'm going to go into any more details, this is going to be full on spoiler mode. So if you haven't seen the movie, then stop watching this video right now because it's going to be spoilers. So anyway, continue. I'm going to continue on. So yeah, basically she like I said there, she's obsessed with George Michael because throughout the whole film you've got like different songs of George Michael, especially Wham. You've got that song Last Christmas I gave you my heart. That song Everything She Wants, you know that song, Somebody Told Me. Freedom, that song Praying for Time, Heal the Pain, Fast Love, that song Wake Me Up Before You Go, Don't Leave Me Hanging like a yo-yo. So yeah, anyway, one day she's at work, minding her own business, when she stumbles across this mysterious man called Tom Webster, played by Henry Golding, who sort of disappears and reappears every so often. Like when we first see him, he tells her to look up, and she looks up, and bird shit just falls in her eye, and she's like, "I've got bird shit stuck in my eye." Then we see him again out of nowhere, and she kind of like falls for him, but of course, is there something that Tom isn't telling her? Well, I'm going to tell you in a while. But yeah, that's pretty much the plot. What do I think about this movie? Okay, there's a lot to talk about this movie. For starters, I love Christmas movies. I've always loved Christmas movies. Merry Christmas to you all. If this is, yeah, Merry Christmas, because I'm not gonna, yeah. Yeah, I love a lot of Christmas movies, like I said. I love like Home Alone 1 and 2. I love Jack Frost. Yes, the one with Michael Keaton in it. While Sleeping, Sleepless in Seattle, You've Got Mail, The Holiday, the list goes on and on and on. I love Christmas movies. And I'm also a massive fan of George Michael, who sadly passed away Christmas Day in 2016 through heart problems. Which this movie, okay, now I'm going to go on to spoilers. So before I'm going to do my spoiler review for this movie, I'm giving it, I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was a good film. And if you haven't seen Last Christmas, check it out. Now, spoiler mode, thank God. Okay, so we find out later on in the movie that Kate is actually a heart transplant donor, apparently. What I mean by that is that last Christmas she thought she was going to die, and someone who died as well that same time had a heart, died. So basically she gets that person's heart, and yeah, and ever since that she was very, very moody, very reclusive. She was a real Scrooge, like I said there in my spoiler-free review. And then of course she meets this guy Tom, who comes and goes every so often, and we find out that Tom is working in a shelter for the homeless people, because George Michael was also into homeless people as well. Yeah, we also find out that Kate was from Yugoslavia, and there's a lot of racism about that. There's one particular scene where she's on a bus, and this other Yugoslavian couple is like sitting on the bus, and this guy's like, "Oh, you should go to your own country. Get out. You don't own this. You don't own this place. Like, get out." And then she speaks in Yugoslavian with the couple, and yeah, which I thought was actually cool because there is a lot of racism, there is a lot of war, there is a lot of conflict in the world, especially Black Lives Matter, like especially by Black people, who like constantly gets murdered nearly every day in the States, which I think is so shocking, by the way. So, yeah, Kate and Tom, they start spending more time together. He kind of like brings out the best in her. She tells him about the heart transplant thing, and he was like very kind of like, okay. And there's like one scene where like he touched the scar where she had the heart transplant surgery, and yeah, like, and they go skating and all, and they have the time of their lives. And then there's like one particular scene where Kate tries to find Tom, but he wasn't there. And then of course she kind of like confronts him about it, and he's like, "Oh, I haven't got a mobile phone." And then like he says, "Oh, you're better off like not being too trustworthy with me." And I was kind of sitting there, and I was like, "Okay, what is going on right now? What does he mean by that?" And it turns out that Tom is actually dead. Yes, you heard that right. Tom Webster, aka Henry Golding, was dead the entire time. Like The Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis being a ghost as well, that's exactly what happens in this movie. So you might as well say that's The Sixth Sense, throw in some George Michael songs, and you get this film. It's exactly like that movie. Sorry if I spoiled The Sixth Sense. If you didn't see that movie, I apologise, but that's exactly what happens. So how does Kate find out that Tom is dead the whole time? Well, she goes to the apartment where he used to live, and there's this guy who kind of tells her that his previous tenant died last Christmas, and it turned out it was Tom. Therefore, the reason why, that Kate was able to see Tom when no one else can see him, because he only like communicates with her and not anyone else, because like when everyone else is gone, he's just there like going, he's like this, and he goes, "Hello," and then he goes again, and he goes, "Hello," and I'm like, jeez, where did he come out of? All of a sudden. But yeah, it turned out, like I said, that Tom is the donor of Kate's heart surgery, like I said, and she explained, like she kind of asks him when she was going to the park again, like where he was transferred before, she found out, and she asked him like, why can he see her, like why can she see him, and he said because he's a part of her. And sadly, Tom and her, like, they bid farewell, and you have that music by Theodore Shapiro, who was doing the music for, I believe, Marley and Me, and the other rom-com that I love, 13 Going on 30. Which, yeah, it was sweet. I like the score in this movie as well, especially that score, what's it called? Take Care is the name of it. It's on YouTube, like if you search it up, it's like a dun 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 dun. So yeah, and also with Kate's family as well, is that Kate has a sister who's like a lawyer who is a secret lesbian, and of course Kate makes fun of her sister being gay. So yeah, and okay, so that's pretty much the spoiler review of this movie. Another thing as well is that the guy from Wham, Andrew Wrigley, was also in the movie as well when Kate was singing Last Christmas for the homeless shelter. And also the whole look up, like every time when Tom says to Kate, "Look up," that's basically a saying that he said because he died in 2016. Oh no, he died in 2017. So the movie came out in 2019, but the movie is actually set in 2017, which is kind of bizarre, but there you go. The reason why I think it was set in 2017 is because George Michael died like Tom Webster's character through heart failure as well. The only thing is that Tom died in a bike accident, so that kind of explains it, why this movie is all about the heart. Yeah, another movie this reminds me of, as well as The Sixth Sense, is that movie, oh god, Return to Me. So yeah, if you love Return to Me, just like Kevin, and that movie, The Sixth Sense, you're pretty much like this movie. So yeah, overall, I really like this movie. It actually didn't do well in the box office, I believe. It didn't bomb, but it wasn't like... But yeah, if I had to pick a nitpick of this movie, it's gotta be the trailer. Now, the trailer, it gave too much away, and like when I was reading about the reading the comments about the trailer, someone said, "Oh, he's dead. The guy's dead the whole time," and here I was going, "Way to go and spoil the movie for me, you stupid people! You stupid people! You ruined the movie for me." So anyway, I went to the cinema with my mum and my brother, and we seen it, and I kind of copped on to the second act that Tom was actually dead the whole time. I was like, okay, he wore the same outfit over and over again. He only appeared when Kate was there, and I was like, okay, why is not communicating with anyone else? Why her? You could say he's kind of like the three spirits from A Christmas Carol. You've got like, what is it, past, present, and future, and he's kind of like that to Kate, because she was, like I said, mentioned earlier, she was a Scrooge, she was arrogant, she was selfish, she didn't give a damn about anyone else but herself. Like she'd eat like a lot of crap food, even though she wasn't supposed to eat crap food because due to her heart. But yeah, if you haven't seen Last Christmas, do check it out if you're a massive George Michael fan like me. So yeah, thumbs up for this video. And overall, I give this movie out of 10. I'd probably give it 7 out of 10. I loved it, you know. The chemistry between Emilia Clarke and Henry Golding was cute as well. It's not up there, I'm not gonna lie, it's not up there with Sam Claflin and Emilia Clarke and Me Before You, because Emilia Clarke wasn't Me Before You, which also has sad ending as well. But yeah, I thought it was a cute movie, and if you haven't seen Last Christmas, do check it out. So that's my full-on review of Last Christmas. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Even though this review has been done since September, but it's going to be up Christmas. So yeah, till then, take care and thanks for watching my review of Last Christmas.